What's going on, guys? Ribombee teacher in the house, and welcome back to another episode of Ask Ribombee, where you ask me questions and I answer them, usually on the last Sunday of every month. But of course, due to PC issues, we're running a little late this time round. But we got some interesting questions as always, so we're just gonna jump straight on in. If you want your questions asked, of course, feel free to join my Discord down below. There is a channel in the content section called Ask Ribombee Questions. Feel free to ask your questions there, or if you're a little nervous about asking them publicly, feel free to reach out to me privately and I'll answer them either way. So, first question of the day is gonna be, if Pokemon hadn't been a thing, what other game would you be dedicated to? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had a hard time thinking about this question because I had to go kind of all the way back into what games I played in the early days of my career outside of Pokemon. And like, aside from that, like, driving games were a thing for me for a while. I played a lot of games like Micro Machines back on the Sega Mega Drive back in the day because my sister had one of those. And then I kind of played a bit of Need for Speed later on down the line. I played FIFA every now and then, but I don't know if I would be as dedicated to those. But then again, we'll never know, of course, because Pokemon's been a 24-year-long obsession at this point. So, yeah. I'd say probably driving games of sorts, maybe FIFA, one of those two, probably, but yeah, that's probably the best I can really come up with. Kind of difficult to think of an answer otherwise, because of course, Pokemon is just too much of my thing now. Alright, next up is, what's your opinion on Pokemon cards? So, I've been pretty outspoken about this. I've had a few people ask me, would I do like pack openings and stuff like that? Because obviously the whole Logan Paul thing started off this ridiculous phenomenon, and a lot of friends of mine have been doing it, and stuff like that, and that's cool. Like, if you're doing it, go for it. You do you. I was actually watching a Rhycoustic stream the other day, where he took the 6 rarest cards of the packs he pulled, and he made a VGC team out of them. That was pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed doing that, seeing that. That was a much more creative thing than just simply just opening them and clipping them or whatever, which is cool either way. Like, you do what you want to do. For me personally, I'm not going to do it. I played the trading card game years ago. I've long since no longer enjoyed it, and literally the only thing I would be doing is like collecting them, and I don't know, I'm just not really that into it. It's a lot of gambling involved, it's a lot of investment involved, and if you've got the money and you want to do it, right? I'm not going to judge you either way. But for me, it's just not something I'm all that interested in. Alrighty then, next up is going to be what you think about the next-gen consoles. Of course, we now have the new ones out. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been much of a console player outside of Nintendo consoles since the PlayStation 3, which is actually gathering dust just down the trolley next to me alongside my PS2. I've never really been that into console. I was only really into these at university, largely speaking, because of friends of mine. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I don't much care for consoles. Obviously, I have a Switch, so that's technically my console of choice. But yeah, generally speaking, I'm more of a PC player nowadays. I'm less of a console player than I used to be. So I personally don't much care for them. If people have got them, great, enjoy them, but they don't really appeal to me, if I'm being honest. Next up comes actually a very realistic question, and I was actually asked, and I considered this, is would I ever quit Twitch with all the drama going on? So of course, Twitch has run into a hell of a lot of issues with the DMCA and a lot of other things alongside that, and it does raise the question of whether Twitch will even survive next year. It's kind of hard to imagine it doing so with the way that it's going. But as for quitting Twitch, so originally my plan was to drop my affiliate status and kind of stream to 2 places at once, Twitch being one of them, and another platform. YouTube here probably was my option of choice, maybe Facebook, one of the two. But I'm probably gonna not do that, but instead I'll keep my Twitch stream live, but I won't store my VODs on Twitch anymore as of January, or whenever I do my next generation of the Malefic Top Cat Nuzlocke. We're currently working our way through Emerald right now. I would imagine probably by the new year we'll be into Platinum, so we can start doing platinum and then record it locally and then upload it to YouTube after the day. It also gives this channel a bit more content as well, because I've been a little bit slow on content recently, so it gives us a little bit of extra stuff, and it also makes it more discoverable as well, you know, so potentially more people will hop on in, which will be nice. Be nice to spread the message around and grow up together in that regard. But yeah, in terms of quitting Twitch, probably not. I think Twitch is more likely to quit Twitch than I am. There's been a lot of changes going on, stuff like that. I believe quite a few senior members of staff over at Twitch have gone, so that's interesting. We'll see what change that makes. But yeah, in general, am I gonna quit Twitch? Not right now. It is still in consideration though. I haven't ruled out the option of moving to a different platform should Twitch continue to be a major problem. But yeah, as far as it goes, we'll still be streaming on Twitch for the time being, but we'll probably be doing a bit more uploading elsewhere. Clips will probably still be a thing, but past broadcasts are not going to be on my Twitch channel anymore as of the end of this current playthrough. So yeah, that's basically the update on there. So I will still keep my Twitch affiliate status. I have considered Patreon as well and things like that. I'll have to figure out what I want to do for Patreon. If you've got suggestions, feel free to let me know. I'd love to hear them. Alright. Next up, this question was asked quite a while ago. It's actually a channel point redemption on my stream as well. Is what do I think about Pokimane's $5 donation cap? So obviously this happened a while ago where Pokimane sat on stream, tried to pretend to be all nice and innocent and saying that she worked with Streamlabs to implement this $5 donation cap. The thing is, this donation cap's already existed, just not through Streamlabs. So honestly, this doesn't really do anything. And even for Pokimane, obviously a clip surfaced of her where she's like, you know what guys, you should stop giving influencers with money free shit, and then she does this. So it kind of feels somewhat disingenuous. It kind of feels like she's sending very mixed messages, and look, any simp that's got any small brain cell out in their little toe is going to realize that if they wanted to throw $100 at Pokimane, they now get 20 times the recognition than they would have done if they just threw $100 at once. So if anything, it's actually not really solving her problem. If she really wanted to kind of go down the route that she doesn't want to take free stuff anymore, she doesn't need it anymore, she should have gone down the same route that PewDiePie did, which is just turn off donations altogether. But we know it's Pokimane and she's not going to do that, is she? Not going to displease the simp army. Alright. Next up comes a bit more of a personal question, but I'll answer it anyway. Would you ever date a viewer on your stream? There's a lot of reasons why I'm not interested in a relationship in general, let alone a viewer on stream. I will talk about that in a later video. I have a video planned, which is going to be a very hard video for me to do, but it'll go into a lot more detail about why I'm currently happy not in a relationship right now, and that will continue to be the case. The other side to this, of course, is online dating, which I am very much against. Personal opinion, I hate online dating. I always have. I've seen friends go through the aftermath of it, and yeah, I don't want to deal with that shit. Plus, and I'm saying this as a joke before anybody gets on my case, especially Princess B, who'd date this ugly mug anyway. But nah. All jokes aside though, I don't want a relationship at this point. There's a lot of reasons why, and I won't go into that now. But yeah, at this point, the answer to this question is a flat no. In general, let alone a viewer. There's all sorts of implications as well with viewer dating. I know Princess B has kind of jokingly become my Twitch wife. This is more of like an endearing thing. We are very good friends anyway, and it's just something that she does. She calls a lot of her close friends jokingly like wife or husband, and that's just a thing. So there's nothing serious in there or anything like that. We're not into each other or anything. It's just a friendly joke between two close friends. Alright. Next up is, what is your biggest pet peeve? Now, I had a hard time narrowing this down because there are certain things that really bug me. And I kind of narrowed it down to 3 main things. The first one being mindless toxicity. People that feel the need to just belittle someone else for the sake of improving their own image. People feel like they have to slander someone else because they do something they don't agree with. You know, people flame people in video games when things don't go the way they want. Like, that kind of stuff really pisses me off. Like, there's just no need. There's just no point in being toxic. There's just literally no point. And if anything, it just makes you look bad if you're gonna be the toxic one, right? So for me, that's one of the big things that I'm massively against. The next thing that is probably my biggest pet peeve is discrimination. I am very much anti-discrimination in any way. I've always been an all-inclusive person. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your beliefs are. I don't care what your sexual orientation or your gender is, or your age, whatever. And if you're a decent person, you're good in my book. And I'm very grateful that I have a lot of those people in this community from all different walks of life. And that is something that I will always be proud of. So in terms of like discrimination, we don't get a lot of it these days, but yeah, that's another pet peeve of mine. And I think the other kind of main pet peeve of mine is when technology fails me. First world problems and all that, but like, I just hate this whole thing. Actually, no, you know what? I'm not gonna think that one, because there's one that I just realized that is a bigger one. When people arrange to meet or call with me at a certain time and then don't turn up on time, that bothers me a lot. That's something that is a bit of a frustrating one for me. Obviously, I'm getting better at dealing with that than I had done before. So yeah, that's something just to bear in mind. But yeah, those are kind of like my main peeves, I guess. You know, things like technology failing, people not turning up when they say they're going to, discrimination and toxicity. Those are probably my biggest pet peeves if I had to name any. So yeah, pick any one of those. Alright, next up is, what's your favorite animal? Monkey, because I am one. No, like, I don't know. So when I was younger, I used to watch, I don't know if this program ever aired outside the UK, but we used to have a program called Big Cat Diaries, and it followed like a lot of big cats in like wild, was it a wildlife zoo or was it a nature reserve? One of the two, either way, and it was in Africa, and they followed these animals throughout their whole lives and stuff like that. And some of the camera shots they used to do of like a cheetah running at full speed was pretty impressive to me. I really enjoyed that kind of thing. So probably cheetah if I had to pick an animal, just for that reason alone. But yeah, I don't really have favorite animals per se, because most of my favorite animals are fictional. Literally, my name has a fictional animal in it, so yeah. But yeah, either way, probably a cheetah if I had to pick one. But yeah, otherwise it's probably a monkey. Next up is, what do you want added to Among Us? So I'm a huge fan of Among Us. I play it, stream it 2 nights a week when I am actually streaming. So yeah, I think Among Us has kind of hit the point where it's slowly starting to become a little stale. And I think a lot of the reason for that is we've had 3 maps for ages at this point. Like, one thing I would like, more maps, for definite. Definitely would like more maps. Just a bit of extra variety, you know, just something else to play through. Because as much as I like the 3 maps we currently have, it gets very repetitive pretty quickly after a while. And that does depend on who you're playing with, I guess. And the other one that actually has been a mod recently, I'm not sure how Innisloff feeling about mods right now. I'm not super keen on it, but I have wanted some kind of in-game voice chat. And the reason for that is because obviously a lot of people, including myself, tend to stream games and have a call up in Discord. It would be nice to be able to have the in-game voice chat, because then those who perhaps don't have Discord, or for those who are playing on mobile who aren't able to mute themselves on Discord or whatever, have the option to do that in game. I think that's a good option. Obviously there's a whole lot of thing of salty people when they get voted off and all of this shit and stuff. We've all been through all the toxicity and stuff like that. Pet peeve from a couple of questions ago. But yeah, so I'd like to see like some way to implement it and of course monitor it, so that all of the toxicity and stuff like that gets dealt with. I'd also like a more strict lever buster. This is something I've talked about on stream in the past, where especially when you're playing public lobbies, you always get those people that join a game, don't get Imposter, and then leave the game straight away just because they want to only play Imposter games. I would like to see those players kind of get more disincentivized. Apparently there is a lever buster system, but it's very, very lenient, and I'm not a fan of that, so I feel like there should be a little more strict on the lever buster system, just to stop this whole thing happening, because people leaving games at the start when they don't get Imposter is like, it ruins the game for the other crewmates, and it also ruins the game for the imposters because it makes it easier for them to get caught. So yeah, there's quite a few things I'd like Among Us to add, but I still enjoy the game. We still have a lot of fun, especially doing hide and seek stuff, so that's cool. But yeah, I would like to see Among Us get a bit more refreshment for it to stay relevant, because I think right now, especially with other games coming out, Among Us is kind of losing its relevance a little bit, and I'd like to see it stay up there because I really love the game. Alright, speaking of questions, are you the imposter? Well, for all you know, I'm not even Ribombee teacher. Just kidding. No, I'm totally not the imposter. I'm Officer Mike Crotch. I'm totally innocent. I'm your friendly neighborhood police officer. I totally would not do anything like kill my friends in electrical and vent out of it. Nope. Definitely wouldn't do that. Wait. Huh. Not sure, actually, now. Alright. And the last question, and the question that's going to spark the biggest debate, feel free to answer this one down in the comments, is, do you eat pineapple on pizza? Now, in order to avoid a Twitch divorce, yes, I actually do. I don't have a problem with pineapple on pizza. Would I necessarily eat it as first choice? I don't know. But if you put it in front of me and told me to eat it, would I eat it? Well, duh. I'm a fat fucker. Give me pizza any day, I'll eat it, right? Nah. All jokes aside, I don't have a problem with pineapple on pizza. I still don't really get why this was like a debate that sparked years ago in the first place. Like, yeah, eat what you like. If you like pineapple on pizza, great. If you don't like pineapple on pizza, fine. Who cares, right? You know what I mean? So honestly, this whole thing just kind of makes me laugh a little bit. But yeah, I don't have a problem with pineapple on pizza. Is it my first choice pizza topping? No, I'm a meat feast type of guy myself. But hey, pineapple on pizza's fine. I don't know what your problem with it is. But those are all the questions we have for this round, of course. We'll be back probably end of the month, maybe. We'll see. I might take a break from Ask Ribombee for New Year and stuff like that, because I have a couple of other things planned that I would like to do in and around that time. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.